And when someone leaves, because I mean, it's inevitable for a lot of organizations, for, there may be some change in leadership or whatever. Let's hope that, I suggest for my clients that they have some sort of um, outgoing, some type of procedures where
Mhm.
people hand over the keys, and that they know, what the passwords are for a lot of
Mhm.
these platforms. Like, you'd be surprised. Some people don't know the passwords. They don't know how to get in various systems. They don't have past, grant proposals. They have no information. So now you're starting all the way over from, start from first base. And
Yeah.
you don't want to be in that predicament. And it's really unfortunate when you're dealing with some larger organizations, right? And
Yeah.
so now they have years worth of, data. They have years worth of information, and the last thing you would want is to have to bring in a consultant or someone now billing you for those hours that you have to go back and try to, create
Yeah.
something different, So boilerplate things, we love those. I know we love them in Grant World. And I'm pretty sure that you guys probably love them as well. So yeah, make sure all your addresses, everything exactly the same.
Yeah. No, we had that situation where somebody was the account admin or the account manager, and then I think the situation we saw was maybe a year or two ago they retired, and now I was trying to find out who the person was, and then once you found out who the person was, then trying to figure out when was the last time they provided any updates, because there were management processes in place and notifications about, different programs, and the person who was the last person to manage it left maybe a year ago. So
Ooh.
then had you been, were you checking on these things? Was there any Did anybody go back behind them to see, over the course of a year, what type of documentation was being requested from them, what type of notifications were being sent to them that maybe, I think it was a school, that maybe the school had to respond to. So that is very important, having a point of contact, um, for one, but then also if that point of contact retires, goes to a new position or a new place, how do you get that information from them? How do you transition that over?
And I would say also too, it may even be beneficial to have maybe even a generic type of email address as
Hmm.
well, that many people could get in, and not necessarily it be a situation where it's tied to that one person, and
Yeah.
then, is disabled for whatever reasons, retirement, leaving, whatever the situation is, and now you're in a situation, you're in a pickle because you're
Yeah.
you're unable to actually, get that information.
Yeah.
And sometimes with grants, you don't have just one person eyeballing a grant. Sometimes that goes through several different people. So I also recommend too, maybe even using various resources like Google Drive, or, or something like that, to actually house your information in. I
Hmm.
don't know. I always advise having a great CRM. I think that works.
Hmm.
Having a great CRM, but at a minimum, let's have a Google Drive, or or Teams document, OneDrive, whatever it is, so that way everyone, that's involved with the grant process and administration, is able to see what's going on real time, you know. Yeah. So I would definitely advise that as well, because it's kind of hard when, someone leaves and you've been depending on them so much, and it's great. It's a
Hmm.
wonderful thing, but you still need to be able to have access, an adequate amount of access for others to get in there.